Okay, Blackburn playing Wolves in the fourth round of the FA Cup at Ewood Park. It's finished 2-0 to Wolves. Three key moments in the first half have decided the game, but Wolves were the better side. I think John Eustace made a few too many changes to the lineup. Toth, the goalkeeper, not sold on him. He's had a poor game. The two goals were really sloppy to give away. But the goal that's ruled out for offside, and this is a frustration I think a lot of fans will have watching the games this weekend. Leicester fans will be frustrated there was no VAR in their game because that is an offside goal. Hyam's goal being ruled out after 18 minutes is onside. So it's a catch-22. Although under the old VAR rules in the FA Cup, there would be no VAR at this ground last year because Blackburn are a championship side. However, Leicester Man United at a Premier League ground, there would have been VAR last season had that game VAR been implemented under the old rules this season, not at this stage of the FA Cup. So there's going to be a lot of frustration with fans in regards to the officiating. But that goal should have stood, but that is a momentum swing, and Wolves took advantage of that momentum swing and took advantage of the goal being ruled out, stayed focused, whereas my mob, the Rovers, did not. And the Joao Gomes goal, firstly they're playing out from the back. And that starts with the goalkeeper Toth. Eventually Cantwell loses the ball. And Joao Gomes, the keeper's got to be saving that. That is a very weak low shot that just squirms under his body into the back of the net. The keeper should do a lot better. Wasn't pleased with the keeper Toth today. He was poor. There's a reason why he's barely started any games. That's on 33 minutes. The goal's ruled out on 18 minutes. Joao Gomes scores his goal on 33 minutes. Matheus Cunha scores his goal in 34 minutes. Just a minute later, the whole Rovers team just is not switched on. It's great build-up play by Wolves. I will give them that, and it's a great finish. Could the keeper do a little bit better going to his right? Maybe, but the passing moves and the build-up play was done quickly and incisely with a lot of incision. And they deserved their 2-0 lead because they took advantage of the goal being ruled out. They took advantage of the momentum. They took control of the game. And after that, while both sides had chances, and Johnston pulled off some good saves in the Wolves goal, Wolves looked comfortable, if we're being honest. They managed their substitutions better. They managed the game better game management. And it's a surprise to me that Wolves are struggling in the relegation places and having a bit of a relegation fight in the Premier League because they played very well. Their new signings slotted in very well. The team was playing quite well and with confidence. And they beat Villa in their last game. So back-to-back wins important for them. On the Blackburn side of things, yeah, not a great performance. We've had a few of them in the last month or so. Poor run of form. Although we did beat Preston in our last home game, a poor run of form. And also the future of John Eustace. Will he still be at the club come this time next week? Derby County are interested in his services. That is rumoured to be the discussion. Yeah, very disappointing. But I would say this, that goal being ruled out for offside on 18 minutes for Hyam from the free kick. This is a frustration that fans have. We are frustrated with how VAR is being implemented when it comes to the FA Cup in the latter stages and the Premier League. There's been some massive howlers. At the same time, there's been a couple of howlers in this fourth round of the FA Cup and a dubious goal for Newcastle as well was that goal last night over the line. For example, the Man United Leicester game, that winning goal is offside from Maguire. It's clear and obvious he's a good few feet offside for that one, and Hyam is a good half a body length onside, and the linesman's in line with it. So that is frustrating when the officials make errors like that. At the same time, there wouldn't have been VAR at this game last season because it's a championship ground. In the Leicester game, there would have been VAR last season as it was an all Premier League tie, and so it's a catch-22 with the use of VAR. In regards to the stadium with a lot of empty seats, this is not the only FA Cup tie this weekend where there have been empty seats, and that's got to be a concern for the FA. This is their major competition, and this has been a trend that I've noticed. I would say since about 2017, 2018, I've noticed more and more empty seats at games, which is a concern. Now, could it be the kick-off time? Wolves obviously sold their ticket allocation, but the top tier of the away end was empty, and on the Blackburn side of things, a lot of empty seats. We saw this against Newcastle last season when there was a televised game in the FA Cup. That is a concern for me. Now, Blackburn's not the wealthiest area in the country. I can accept that, but that is a concern for me. The amount of empty seats. And there were some games yesterday when I was watching the highlights package at half time. Empty seats were very noticeable. The Stoke Cardiff game, empty seats all over the place. So that is a worry that stadiums aren't being sold out. And that's something that I've noted, not just here, but at a lot of games. And Blackburn's attendance, if you look at average attendance in the Championship this season, is one of the lower ends of attendance. So there's clearly attendance issues, and there's a lot of fans angry with the ownership, and they stay away because of that. But the team are playing reasonably well on the whole this season, so I am a bit surprised that a big cup tie like this, a lot of empty seats. The Wolves fans obviously travelled in good numbers, but the top tier of the away end was cordoned off, and they obviously sold the allocation that was available to them. Could more of away fans been eligible to travel up potentially if they had opened up more of the away end? So what is the price for tickets in the FA Cup this season? There's been some question marks over ticketing prices because it's a non-league game, which is something to note. But let's see what Villa and Spurs throw up later this evening in a couple of hours' time. I'm expecting a sellout at Villa Park. They're a very passionate fan base, as are the Spurs fans. I'm expecting a sellout there. But again, ticketing price is something that needs to be noted. It's come up a lot on social media that FA Cup games clubs are raising prices by double the amount of a league game, where league tickets are capped. FA Cup tickets are not, because they're classed as one-off games. So it's going to be interesting to see in the rest of the FA Cup ties what attendance is like, and attendance over the whole weekend as well. But there we go. Wolves, deserved winners. They played better. They controlled the game better. They had better chances. Blackburn had their chances in the second half. As I say, Johnson had to pull off some good saves. But I think that momentum swing with the offside goal, and then the poor play and the poor game management after the offside goal by Blackburn allowed Wolves to take control, and then 2 sloppy goals are given away and the game is done before half time. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. Disappointed as a Blackburn fan, but let's focus on the league campaign now and try and see if we're still in a promotion fight come the end of the season, and what's going to happen with John Eustace, the manager, and will he depart, will he stay? Let's see what happens there. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more content for you guys and girls very, very soon.